This video is called Develop a Concentration Routine. Think of concentration like a mental energy. You only have so much. And think of it also like if you open the doors of your concentration reservoir, you're going to burn out by the end of the event. So you have to open the, let's say, the gates slightly and then shut them, slightly and then shut them, slightly and then shut them. So you have the mental energy for the entire event. And also think of concentration like a wave that builds and then peaks at the right moment. So if you take those two principles in consideration, you will have an effective concentration routine. Okay, so let's take baseball for instance. So let's say you're in the dugout, and in the dugout, you just want to enjoy the game. So if you had a dial, you would put it at a 1, and your gate would be just slightly set open. And so you're not concentrating hard at all, and you're just enjoying the game. But then when you're in the hole, when you're third up, you crank it to a 5, and now you might use a trigger word like, let's go. And now the gate is slightly open, and so now it's kind of more rushing through. And then when you're on the on-deck circle, you crank it to a 7 and you say maybe it's showtime, and the gate is more open, and now you just feel like the energy is building and building, and then as you walk to the plate, you crank it to a 10 and you say focus, and now your concentration's surging, and when you're at the plate it's surging, and after that event's over, you crank it back to a 1. Once, let's say after you get a hit and you're back in the dugout, you crank it to a 1 and you just enjoy the game. So that way you can basically conserve your energy, and then it builds and peaks at the right moment. Same thing with golf, right? Let's say after you hit your shot, you enjoy the walk to the ball, that's cranked as a 1, and then as you're 10 feet from the ball, you crank it to let's say a 5, and you have a trigger word like, again, it's go time, and then your gates are opening up, and then as you pull the club out, you crank it to a 7, and then when you start your routine, you crank it to a 10. The idea is in any sport that takes a lot of focus, that takes a lot of mental energy, you can't open the gates wide open the entire event. You're going to burn out. You got to learn to open them and then shut them. Open them and then shut them, and then peak at the right moment, because you need to peak at the right moment so you can focus intensely in the right moment. So whether it's football, baseball, golf, it doesn't matter. You must have a concentration routine so that you will be able to concentrate and focus the entire match at your highest level. And in that case, you will play your best when it really counts.